In fact, please allow me, friends, to digress for a moment. Okay. It's kind of dark in here, but I'm asking for a show of hands. Who saw that video from a couple of weeks ago, the one of the elephants at the San Diego Zoo during the earthquake? Google it if you've not seen it. So that scene has been on my mind. Everybody's asking me what you've been thinking about these days. Well,
all right, wait. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now cross. All right, there we go.
Be leaders ourselves.
Black women are being used by the Democrat Party.
All of these socioeconomic indicators are in the negative, particularly for black people.
They want mob rule. When Trump was in office, please somebody tell me what act of dictatorship did he perform?
She had Donald Trump's hair on top of her head. And she's sitting here talking about brown girl this, brown girl that.
Because she's a black woman.
They would ask her how to spell her first name and clap like sea monkeys.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
All right, what's up, everybody? It is Friday, the first Friday in May, and it's time for Pop and Politics. I'm KJ. Let me introduce you to my co-host. Of course, we have Nicole Bennett.
Hey, y'all.
And Shelly E with the shoulders.
Hi, everybody.
We have the shoulders out tonight.
The shoulder on.
All right. Again, folks, this is Pop and Politics. Before we dive in, please hit that like button. Am I here? You guys hear an echo? Oops. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, that's better. Please hit that like button and subscribe, but certainly hit the like button. It really helps to get our video broadcast higher and get more people to see the video. So please hit that like button. We are here on YouTube. We're also on Rumble. You can listen to us on Apple Podcast or Spotify under the name Pop and Politics. We love our chat. We see you guys in there. Tons of people in the chat already. We shout out all of our super chats. So it's the best way to get your voice heard in the conversation and to show your love for conservative content. This is not just a podcast. This is a movement of God-fearing, truth-seeking, America-loving people that value freedom. Stand with us and subscribe so we can amplify this rallying call for freedom. All right, ladies, let's set it off. As I said at the top of the show, this is the first Friday in May, or I should say, as Justin Timberlake and NSYNC say, it's gonna be May. All right.
Please don't. Lord have mercy, KJ. You starting already. We ain't been on the air 5 minutes.
You ever heard that before? You know what I'm saying?
Heard it before.
I've never heard it like that.
All right. But I said that to say, Kamala Harris is back. Oh, she's back. As you guys saw in that video, and that was a speaking engagement that she did where she was responding to President Trump's first 100 days. What a mess. Shelly, what are your thoughts about what she said?
Wait a minute. This woman is goofy, okay? But I looked at it and I said, okay, I gotta play it back. And this is what I did. She was talking about the elephants in that San Diego earthquake. Well, you know what, Kamala? Thank you, because I think she was trying to take a dig at Republicans because that's our mascot. But let me tell you something. The elephants, i.e. the Republicans, you are so right. They did rally around their young, which is exactly what we're trying to do, protect our young. They did get in place to protect their area and guard the gate, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what the elephants, the Republicans, are trying to do. And guess what, Kamala? They did it. They stood strong. They protected. They used their power, if you will, their size, and to make sure everything on the home front was in place. And that's exactly what we, the elephants, the Republicans, the conservatives are trying to do. And we are going to keep doing it. We do it much better than the donkeys or the asses called Democrats who are always trying to destroy, like that earthquake. Well, you got the elephants in the room. Here we are. Go for it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Nicole, she is an embarrassment for women. She really is. I mean, to have sought the highest office in the country, that is what is representative of a woman for the first female president. She's awful. She's awful.
Well, every woman the Democrats have put up for president are awful. You know, they have a long line of historically horrible women. Hillary Clinton in that pantsuit, and you still see Democrat women wearing a pantsuit because, you know, for them, that's their power motif. And Shelley's right. She's a jackass, just like their mascot, and a horrible dancer. I mean, a horrible, horrible dancer. She didn't even finish the whole dance. She just did a small portion of the dance and was so proud of herself, just for whatever reason. It just goes to show you how disconnected she is from regular, real people. She doesn't get it. She still doesn't get it, but I want her to keep talking. Every time she opens her mouth, more people come running to the party. Keep talking. Keep trying to learn the rest of the dance. You still got maybe 5, 6 other things you need to do before you can actually say that you know how to do that line dance. Some people actually have boots on the ground, but it ain't y'all.
Right. Right. We have a super chat here, folks. Thank you all so much. Dallas Delight says Kamala is embarrassed. Okay, so Kamala Harris, Kamala embarrassed. Please take her whining away. Absolutely. I totally agree with you, Dallas. He says with another super chat, thank you so much. Says shout out to the plumbers with the crack. Okay. Yes, he is referring to a previous episode where we was just cracking up.
Go back and watch it.
No pun intended. Yeah. She's an embarrassment. She really is. And you would think she would have learned, you know, the serious issues that the country is facing right now. And these Democrats, every time you see them, they're dancing. I never understand that. Why do they always think it's cool to dance? This is their go-to. You know, when they want to, I guess, relate to people, they start chucking and jiving.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. Now, you know, everybody knows me, knows I love to dance. I will dance at the drop of a hat. No, okay, dancing is universal. It's fun. You know, whatever. I get it. It connects people. I get it in that sense. But her in her positions, like you said, this is all that she does. Anything that she does, it's a form of entertainment. She doesn't speak well. She damn sure doesn't think well. So she's always trying to relate on the very lowest levels that you possibly can, and it doesn't work. She looks goofy and silly. No one takes her seriously. I mean, no one in their right mind, certainly. I'm sure she's a nice stepmother, sister, friend, whatever, wife, but she's not a serious person. And thankfully, she is not running our country. Hell, look at the mess she did when she was second in charge. Lord knows where we would be if she was first in charge.
Agreed.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. Folks, thank you guys so much. If you're coming in, please hit that like button. Hit that like button. It really helps to get our video out to a wider audience. That is what we want to do here on YouTube. Folks, a lot of these pundits from MSNBC, CNN, lost their shows on primetime TV. Now they're on YouTube, but they're bringing that MSNBC, CNN money with them. And so they're able to get large audiences here. So we are pushing back and opposing and fighting them as independent YouTubers. So please hit that like button and subscribe. All right. So we are moving right along. Want to get to a serious issue now, talking about Trump's recent announcement. So this morning, he announced plans to strip Harvard of its tax-exempt status, escalating his feud with the Ivy League school. He said, and I quote, "We are going to be taking away Harvard's tax-exempt status. It's what they deserve." I want to start off with you, Shelley. Is this what they deserve?
Absolutely. I don't know why they ever deserved it anyway. Look, do what you want with your money. Like I say, take more. I think Harvard is going to be the symbolic start. I say go for all of them, Princeton, Yale, whatever. They are private universities, then function in your private capacity. Then you can say all that you want without my money supporting it. You can do what you want on your campus without my money supporting it. Let Harvard be the start. Take it away. Take it away. Just like any other private business, if you were doing something, I guess, illegal or going against whatever, the state, so whatever charge they come up with, they can take your livelihood. Take it. Take all of it. Take every bit of whatever exemptions they have. Take them away.
Yeah, Nicole. So basically, he wrote, the declaration comes after his administration reportedly asked the IRS to revoke Harvard's status last month, after Trump suggested the idea on social media. Tax exemption is reserved for, among other categories, religious, charitable, and educational organizations that meet 501c3 qualifications. What say you?
Listen, I've been advocating for this for a long time, and not just Harvard. A lot of these very elite, quote unquote, privileged schools, Ivy League schools, where they make it hard for American kids to attend because there's a protest, there's a boycott, and it's not just walking on campus when there's a protest or a boycott, but they try to intimidate the other students who are trying to go to that school, and the university allows this kind of behavior. Now, if Harvard changes its mind and gets its act right, I still believe they need to pay taxes. Mm-hmm. They have enough money and endowments to survive without the U.S. taxpayer kicking in on it. And I think that's the way they should go. Then, like Shelley said, they can do what they want. They can teach basket weaving 101 for $150,000 a year. And parents who want to send their children for Harvard basket weaving or choral music can. But if they're taking our money, then they have to dance to our tune. I really feel like this is a long time in coming. This probably should have happened maybe 10, 12 years ago. Financially speaking, they're too heavy for us. They're way too heavy for the U.S. taxpayer.
Yeah. And on top of that, we saw what many of these Ivy League schools were, encouraging, but they certainly were letting happen a lot of these DEI programs, anti-Semitic, woke protests on campus, not just protests, but actual assaults, vandalism. They were stopping students of a certain ethnicity from entering and moving around campus, and again, pushing all of these woke DEI policies, which go against the Civil Rights Act. So I wholeheartedly agree with you ladies that they need to have their tax exempt statuses removed, because a lot of times they have bred the onslaught that we have seen of these protests all across the country. That leads me to the protests against Tesla. So recently, a teen charged in Tesla for firebombing was released from federal custody to continue gender affirming medical care. This is crazy. So apparently, and I'm not making this up, if you allegedly commit a firebombing attack on a Tesla dealership, destroy property with a Molotov cocktail, and pose a clear public safety risk, you could still walk free, as long as you say it might interfere with your gender transition. Shelley, can you believe this?
Unfortunately, I have to say, yes, I can. Unfortunately, this is for gender affirming care is one thing, but we have seen the prelude to this. Many criminals, hardened criminals, have been released in New York, Chicago, only to go to that revolving door. Here in Baltimore, they might get a slap on the wrist and they let loose. They have their bails, with bail revoked or not even given, so that way they can just show up to court on their own recognizances and then they're out the door. Maybe they come back in a revolving door situation and the cycle repeats. So this does not surprise me. However, to allow this person for this gender affirming care, this was nothing more than an activist judge. That's what she was, an activist judge. And this is a big part of our problem. We have, again, every institution has been corrupted by Marxism, communism, to overthrow basically the United States. Even our judiciary, we can really not even trust the judges who are supposed to be the impartial ones, the objective ones, working on the evidence presented before them. We can't even trust them to do that. So now they are about protecting illegal immigrants who have committed crimes. And now this particular person who firebombed, the evidence has been there, but now this particular person, because of he needs gender affirming care. So he'll probably come back as a female, and then the lawyers will make up some other claims that he can't stand trial for all of these other emotional reasons. It's a mess.
You know what? That's so crazy, Shelley, because if they're going to let people out on an ankle monitor or what have you because he needs gender affirming care, well, what if I have diabetes? What if I have diabetes? What if I have a thyroid issue? What if
you can get Synthroid and insulin in jail?
You sure can't get birth control pills in jail because that's what they give them. They give them their estrogen tablets in the prison system. And you're right. This was an activist judge who, quote unquote, was striking a blow. If I had a magic wand, it could go back in time. And I keep saying this over and over again because it was a horrible thing that they let happen. Right after Trump was elected, everybody's feeling good. And they let all of these Biden appointee judges on the bench. And we're going to be paying for that foolishness for a very, very long time, because these are activist class judges. This is not someone who's looking at the information and saying, well, we got diabetics in jail. We got people with cancer in jail. We have a whole bunch of other people in jail, and jails have nurses and doctors that come in and take care of people, right? You'll be fine. Take your birth control pill and get back over there, prisoner 16895. You're no different than anyone else. But instead, this judge is creating this protected class by this ruling. And if, I want to go out and firebomb something, do I get to say, well, maybe I want to transition and let me get out of jail on an ankle bracelet? Now there's a precedent for that. This is why it's ridiculous with these judges. It was a terrible idea to just let them, we'll just let them have their judges. Are you serious? Yeah. Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's sick. It should be elective. It should be elective. It should not be something that he should be let out of prison to get taken care of. And again, this is a 19-year-old Owen McIntyre is his birth name. Again, he was charged with federal arson after throwing a Molotov cocktail at a Tesla dealership. 2 Cybertrucks and multiple Chargers were damaged. He was facing federal charges, including use of destructive devices. So let's ask this. Imagine this scenario was flipped and you had a right-wing team who attacked a Planned Parenthood building and cities incite religious reasons for release. Would the media defend that? Would the judge sign off on that?
Oh no!
Throw him under the jail.
Absolutely not.
So long. Oh my gosh, he would be an
old. I think they're making the argument for this Owen character, whatever his last name is. I think they're making the argument that because he needs these hormones and this ongoing treatment, it's affecting him psychologically. That's when I was reading it seems to be that's what they are. I'm just saying that's what they're making. So he needs these ongoing hormone treatments to keep him stable and whatever. All of these.
No, he was unstable before it. And thank God the Trump administration just released this week. And that they're doing research into this. I think it was some study that came out. I think it was actually focused on children, however, where it said that therapy is much more beneficial for these trans identifying people than having the surgery. These people are already dealing with a mental health issue. And so we should not have to pay, or they should not be, it should be an elective thing with this. If you're caught in prison and you're in between you missed out. He shouldn't have thrown the bomb.
Right.
So again, it's a double standard, and it's leftist privilege in the justice system. Mental health and gender identity now act as legal shields for literal acts of domestic terror. This is crazy.
Absolutely.
I want you guys in the chat to sound off. What do you think? Should this judge have let this person off on home detention? Or should they have remained? I mean, this person actually threw a bomb at a public facility. Mm-hmm. This is crazy. This is crazy. But I see you guys. Thanks so much. I see all the moderators. You guys are awesome in the chat, helping spur the conversation. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much. The S-Files. We got somebody new here also now. Coaster. Thank you so much. You guys are great.
We got Scrapping Beauty in there. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
Angie's in there.
Allie and Angie. I think Trey's chocolate's back. Yeah.
You know Trey's
super sticker.
LJ. Yeah.
Yep. And Red Bucks with the $2 super sticker. Yep. You're right. Yes. Thank you. Thank you all so much. We really appreciate you. We are building a community here of like-minded individuals, that share values, that love this country. We are building a community here to stand up against the left. Because guess what? Trump and the Trump administration is not going to be, they can't do it alone. We have to be on the front lines of the culture. We have to be on the front lines of changing the narratives, getting the truth out to the public. And this is exactly what this does. So thank you guys so much. We have Teresa Raimundo with the super chat here.
Yay, thank you.
He says, finally caught a live show. I watch you all the time. I love the smart, funny, let me see. Okay, yeah. Smart, funny, common sense approach you have. I laugh, think, and leave with hope. We are closer to the same than what they want us to be.
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely. Thank you, Teresa.
All right. So again, guys, if you think crime should be punished and not excused by ideology, hit that like button. Share this with someone who still believes in law and order, and subscribe. Because guess what? We all are not backing down.
Nope.
All right. Want to keep going here with the Defund PBS. All right. So Congressman, I think his name is Matt. Or Mike, I can't remember. But he was being interviewed on CNN by what's his name? Oh my gosh, the name forgets me. But he was being interviewed on CNN, and he laid into the reporter about defunding PBS. This, I loved it. And I like this guy. He's a new congressman, I believe. And he really, really gives it to them. He was very instrumental in the hearing against NPR. And again, here he is responding to Jake Tapper about PBS. This is clip 2.
Speaker Johnson has said he would additionally like to cut funding for public broadcasting, PBS, which does receive some support from the federal government. It's interesting. I just have to say, on a personal level, I learned to read by watching Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and the Electric Company. That's literally how I learned to read as a kid. Why do you not think PBS is important?
Well, listen, I'm a member of the DOGE Subcommittee of Oversight. We were tasked with finding waste, fraud, and abuse in the federal government and highlighting it. And one of those that we found, which Republicans and conservatives have talked about for decades, is state-sponsored media in the United States. China and North Korea have state-sponsored media. The United States does not need state-sponsored media. Listen, if Fox News or any other conservative news organization came to me and asked for taxpayer money, I would tell them no. And I certainly don't think we should be funding left-wing propaganda outlets like NPR or PBS. I had a hearing just a couple weeks ago where I got to question the head of NPR and ask her about some of the wild, outrageous things that she had been posting on the internet for the whole world to see, and she had no answer for that. The American people are sick of funding institutions who promote values that they find repugnant, and that's what we're doing with NPR and PBS. And that's what we are hopefully soon, via a rescission bill, going to pull those funds back.
Okay, but Sesame Street? I mean, Daniel the Tiger, Wild Kratts? I mean, you have little kids, I know, and I'm sure you and your wife can bring them great educational programming. But a lot of kids might not have access to cable, and I didn't when I was little because cable didn't exist. But I mean, PBS really helps little kids. I mean, I'm talking specifically about kids learning how to read through Sesame Street and similar programming.
Well, they've already spun off Sesame Street to HBO, so that's not with PBS anymore. But what I don't think the government should be doing is funding these institutions that are radically left-wing and are oftentimes, even in their cartoon shows, geared towards young children, promoting far-left ideologies that are not teaching children how to read, but are teaching them the trans agenda and other things that large portions of our country do not agree with. Our tax dollars should not be funding institutions and ideologies that are promoting values that many people, including the people of Texas 26 that I represent, find repulsive.
Mm-hmm. All right. I like that guy. That is Representative Brandon Gill.
Oh, from
I
Texas.
really like him. I'm just starting to see him more. I don't know if he's new to Congress or not, but keep him on the radar, folks, because he's really good. All right. So, Nicole, what are your thoughts on this defunding of PBS and things like this?
Absolutely love it. Could not love it more. You know, they act like if we cut off federal funds, these shows are going to go away. There are lots of commercials and other advertisers who would jump at the chance to get their advertising in front of parents of small children. So yes, that's not going to be a hardship for them. And they're right. It is propaganda. It has always been propaganda. The good news is back when maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago, it was more about the child, you know, being kind, making friends. Mr. Rogers, who are the people in your neighborhood? Get to know the folks who live around you. It takes a village, that kind of thing. Now you got Ernie and Bert trying to kiss and all this. I mean, it's just a mess. It is an absolute mess. So they're pushing their agenda. I think it was Lord Jammer 3000 that said that they're grooming the children, and he's absolutely right. And we've got to stop. There's no reason for tax dollars to be spent on this. They have more than enough quote unquote talent to raise the money on their own. We should back out of this situation. Absolutely.
Yeah, Shelley, imagine funding a news outlet that labels your values as extreme with your own tax dollars. And this is the reality of PBS and NPR. So I agree with them as well. What do you think, Shelley?
Oh, absolutely. Using your analogy, it makes me think of how about we pay taxes and we have our government screw us anyway. So it's like you're paying to get screwed and you're not enjoying it, okay? And then they want to ask you for more and more and more. Well, I don't have any damn more orgasms to give. I mean, come on, right? I mean, look, it's ridiculous. Cut it. I'm sick of taxpayer money, government funds, taxpayer money being used to fund any and every damn thing. If you have your business, your model, whatever your business model is, then use that and draw your own, use your own capitalist resources. I don't care. I don't want Miss Piggy to be Mr. Dickey. You know, I want Kermit to stay a frog and all these other, I don't want all this. And if he learned how to read on Sesame Street, he's older than I am. Something's wrong. Because I learned how to read in learning ABCs and phonics and reading books, you know, see Jill run and see Spot do this. That's how I learned to read. I didn't learn to read from Sesame Street, so I know he's lying. He's making that up. Yeah. But cut all the taxpayer funds. I'm sick of funding everybody else's stuff.
Yeah. Oh, he is. Yeah, you know he's lying. You know he was just saying that to try to get to trigger Representative Gill. But again, as you mentioned, they're no longer just teaching kids how to read. Sesame Street has publicly supported LGBTQ plus communities with characters like Elmo celebrating Pride Month. talking about transgender ideology. PBS kids the same. They've been accused of promoting the idea that traditional gender roles are outdated, suggesting that fathers are just one type of parent, and advocating for gender non-conforming care. So they're getting out of, if they would have stayed in just reading and writing, then they would have been good. No, they got to start all this gender ideology. And see, that's what they're mad about, because they were using this to push that to kids. They were using it to push it on kids, and now they can't do it.
They've been found out. That's what it is. They've been found out, and truth be told, you know, the American taxpayer has been funding a lot of foolishness. And now that the lights are on, there's a long list. NPR, again, I already said it. If it's not Tiny Desk, I don't, you know, and I'm willing to kick in to keep Tiny Desk as a person, not as a taxpayer. But other than that, it is straight up propaganda. It doesn't make sense for us to fund it, again, when they can easily get advertisers, right? There are lots of millionaire, billionaire Democrats who would love to have their name, their logo, their organization associated with this stuff. But it would give parents a heads up of what's coming. I mean, because if Planned Parenthood is your sponsor of Sesame Street, then you know what to expect, right? You know what to expect.
But I think what it is, it's not only the funding, but as we know, a lot of times PBS, you don't have to pay to watch that. Like, it's in hospitals, it was in the daycares, all over the place. Sesame Street, PBS, these stations were free. They were just on the mainstream networks. Right. And so they were pretty much, you know, blanketed throughout many homes in the US. Yeah. And they were able to push this propaganda just without any type of pushback.
Yeah,
so
Jake Tapper said something about children not having cable or internet. Quite frankly, I think that's a good thing that they don't. Right. I mean, it's not going to harm them if they don't have it. If they don't have TV, internet, cable for a long time, that's going to be a good thing.
Absolutely. Well, another good thing, folks, well, you guys tell us, is Trump secured a minerals deal with Ukraine. So while Joe Biden was busy shaking hands with ghosts and making America energy dependent again, Donald Trump just locked in a mineral deal with Ukraine that could reshape global power dynamics, and nobody in mainstream media is talking about it. Why? Because it's a massive win for the U.S., for our national security, economic independence, and post-war reconstruction. And that's bad optics for the left. So I want to break this down. So just to give you guys some backstory to this, Trump negotiated this joint U.S.-Ukraine Reconstruction Investment Fund. Basically, the agreement establishes a 50-50 joint U.S.-Ukraine reconstruction investment, granting American companies access to Ukraine's valuable mineral resources. This is rare earth minerals, oil, and gas. This partnership aims to support Ukraine's rebuilding efforts and secure future American military aid amid ongoing peace negotiations with Russia. So let's get into this. Shelley, do you think this is a good thing?
If it's America first and we're putting our interest at the top, absolutely. And one of the reasons is that it also, I guess, makes Zelensky and Ukraine basically have some skin in the game from the American side. We're tired of just giving you. You need to have some skin in the game. And you know what? You have resources there. You have minerals. We need some of that. That's it. It's called quid pro quo, whatever you want to call it, capitalism, Trumpism. It's called, what do you call it? The golden age. Bring home the gold. Bring home the minerals right over here to U.S. soil. Absolutely.
Yeah, Nicole. So Russia was not happy about this. Russian officials have criticized this agreement, with Dmitry Medvedev mocking Ukraine for leveraging its national resources to maintain military support amid this ongoing conflict. What are your thoughts?
You know, I would troll them too if I was Russia. The truth be told, the only reason why all of that is not back with Mother Russia is the United States. Let's just call it what it is. And they're getting closer and closer to not having peace, and the United States walking away from this situation. So Zelensky had to do something to spark the interest of the United States. And Trump gave him a heads up the last time that he was here that we would absolutely be interested on a bigger return on our investment. Because look, after this war, somebody's going to have to rebuild this place. Can we count on Europe to do it? No. All eyes on the United States. And this is, again, our tax dollars at work. So if you expect us to continue to help you in this war, or at least sit at the table with you so that there is legitimate peace talks, right? Then what do we get for it? And that's a legitimate question. That is a very legitimate question. We can't police the world. This should have been a European thing. Europe should have stepped in and made some peace somewhere. But if I'm Russia, I would troll them too. I would troll them hard. Say, you can't even fight for yourself. You had to sell off your natural resources to get yourself some help. Right. This is typical Vladimir Putin. He's going to make them feel like they got beat up on the schoolyard. That's the way he's been conducting this war. And it's unfortunate because, lives are being lost on, all over the place. And it doesn't have to be. It does not have to be this way. But they refuse to come all the way to the table. So what are we going to do? Make some money.
I agree. I agree with you, both of you. I agree with you both. And the media fails to report on this. This is just one of many deals that President Trump has negotiated. He also negotiated a deal between Rwanda and I forget the country that was in conflict with them. He stopped a conflict, a war from breaking out there. I think that was last month. So again, President Trump is proactive. He's strategic. We're looking at energy dominance again. Mm-hmm. And then you contrast that with under Biden, where we had the Afghanistan debacle, the Nord Stream fumble, this green utopianism, what they were trying to pursue, and the media will not comment. They will not give him his flowers like they should. Shelley, why do you think that is?
Because they hate him. They've always wanted him off the scene. I mean, simple. Because not only that, he foils their foils all the time. He's always a step or two ahead of them, or running circles around them, and they don't know which way to look, what he's going to do next. So, but yet then he pops up. Oh, this is already done, and you all didn't even do it. So he really shows them to be embarrassed all the time. Another thing about this deal that I'm going to say a second layer is that I know Russia is upset that they're mocking Ukraine and they're saying it shouldn't be, but Russia really has no place to say that. Number one, they did invade Ukraine. Number one. Number two, I think another thing, it also gives a little upshot to China and Russia, and they're saying, oh, well, now Ukraine, America is bonding with Ukraine. So I think all of this it's symbolic, it's practical, and it's real. I think there's many layers to this, and it does have strategies, if you will, or consequences beyond just the America-Ukraine mineral deal.
Yeah, this is a proxy war, and it always has been. You know what I mean? So as much as I hate to say it, and it pains me to say this, but the United States can't yet walk away from this situation. There are just too many characters that need to be dealt with. But if I were a small nation and I wanted to kind of engage with Donald Trump, I would buy the art of the deal, read about it, and understand who this man is. He wants peace for everybody. A peaceful world is great for the United States because then we don't have to come save you. We don't have to do any nation building. We don't want to put American lives at risk for somebody else's war. Boots on the ground is not going to happen from the United States. And Trump and Marco Rubio have said that definitively, not one drop of American blood. We're not going to do that. But other nations are considering, if tensions escalate, like Shelley said, everybody's throwing their hat in the ring. It's starting to get messy again. And I know for a fact that peace doesn't come when even if Ukraine and Russia want it, and I don't think they want it, but even if they did, there are so many other people applying pressure to the situation. It's going to be hard to resolve.
Yeah. Well, one thing is true, and we gotta call it out because we do that here on Poppin' Politics. So President Trump said that he would not cut Medicaid. However, he's cut it. He has cut Zelensky, the welfare queen. We have cut the welfare queen off. Now they are going to have to pay their fair share. We are no longer giving them, all this money and nothing in return. Now they are going to have to do these mineral deals and gas. So let the record show, let the media has been out here lying and saying that President Trump was cutting Medicaid and Medicare. Well, no, he didn't, but he cut the biggest welfare queen of the last decade, Zelensky. And now he's going to be giving us this minerals and things like that. So, yeah. So, folks, that's our, that is our, what is that?
Our Cash App.
Yes, folks, you can donate here if you have it in your heart and so inclined to donate to us. You can donate right there via our Cash App. Want to shout out, we received a donation a couple of days ago, and I want to shout out that donation. Oh my gosh. Let me see here. Who do we have here? I had it in my notes. I want to shout out the donation we received via Cash. Yes, Judy Dukes with your Cash App of $200. Folks.
That is so wonderful. Thank you so much.
Judy. Thank you, Judy. We appreciate you. If you are listening or watching, thank you so much for doing that. We certainly appreciate you. We appreciate all of you guys for watching, for listening, for donating. Yeah. But that is our Cash App. If you are able to donate, God bless you. And thank you. Thank you all.
We do appreciate it.
One more thing I want to say about this the Ukraine deal. Mm-hmm. It also shows that Trump is not beholden to Putin.
Mm-hmm.
See, that was sort of like in your face, like you don't have me in any corner, Putin. I'm not going to just be on your side. I'm not on Zelensky's side. There's going to be something that benefits America. If you don't want to come to the table, you don't have me in your pocket. I'm not on either one of your strings. So that also, upshot it, if you will, Russia from that way. So of course he's going to be upset. You got two alpha males, right? And then one is like, I'm going to be an alpha. You be yours. Be however you're going to be. But I'm still going to do mine. So I think all of these things play a part, whether it's national or certainly international foreign politics.
Mm-hmm. You're right. Yeah. And even though there's two alphas, there's only one leader of the pack, right? Only one leader of the pack.
That's right.
And that's President Trump. Hallelujah. Mm-hmm. All right. So we got to keep this going, folks. Also, if you are looking for some merch for the summer, you're going to be out and about either at the gym or, out on a nice night, like a Friday night, and you want something to wear, but you want to have something, a message to say, check out our merch store. You can go to our merch store at www.popandpoliticslive.com/shop and shop our merch. We have great t-shirts. We have mugs, cups, all kinds of shirts that were really cool. And then you can say what you want to say with your shirt. Mm-hmm. Yep, there it is. So we got stuff that says not black, not white. We're all American, which is one of my favorites. Mm-hmm. We don't need your DEI, which is another one of my favorites. So yeah, check it out and get your shirts, your merch right there. And it's a great way to support us as well. All right, so moving right along. We started off with one dummy, and here's another one. Jasmine Crockett. She's back, folks. Well, she never really went away, but she's back. And she's still making a fool out of herself. Here she is going off on President Trump, talking about his first 100 days. Before I give that, I want to acknowledge our super chatter here just came through. Let's see here. We have Roberto Hernandez.
Hey, Roberto.
Yes, with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Says the welfare system needs to be fixed. So many lazy people are getting money. I'm a plumber and I see so many people getting welfare and are healthier than me. Wow.
Wow.
Oh my. Yeah. Well, first, I want to say, you were
you have
talking
your crack?
about this on the last show. We love plumbers here on Poppin' Politics.
We do.
Roberto, can you show your
We
crack?
We love plumbers on Poppin' Politics.
Indeed, we do.
We do.
Yes.
So thank you. Thank you for all you do.
I do too. They are necessary.
Yes, they are.
Absolutely.
And we
They
need to
make life
encourage
pleasant.
more young people to get into the plumbing industry. But go back and check out our last show. We love plumbers.
Plumbers
So
might
thank you.
show their asses, but they are not asses. They are
Exactly.
not asses.
Oh no.
Exactly.
Oh no.
KJ
And,
won't
you
take
know,
a plumber unless he's showing his ass. And she just won't do it.
exactly. Thank you
Won't
for
do it.
saying that. You know, I don't like these new age plumbers, and I hope that's not you, Roberto. I like them old school, coming in sweaty. Old school plumbers is all I'm going to say. I want to keep it clean on a Friday night, but love you. Thank you for what you do, and we appreciate your super chat.
Absolutely.
All right. So we're moving right along. This is, of course, Jasmine Crockett. Take a look.
Here at the airport, I'm about to board my flight for San Salvador. The goal of this mission is to let the Trump administration, to let the government of El Salvador know that we are going to keep fighting to bring Abrego Garcia.
He said he was not able to make that happen. Said, I'm not interested at this moment in taking a tour of CCOT. I just want to meet with Mr. Abrego Garcia. Trump administration is lying about Abrego Garcia.
This is why independent media is so important. Thanks to people like you, patriots who love America and stand for truth, we're making a difference. Together, we've turned them off, called them out for their lies and propaganda, and held them accountable for their disdain for God-fearing, freedom-loving Americans like us. But we can't stop here. It's time to take action with our dollars. Let's make 2025 the year we double down on our commitment to values-driven choices. Vote with your dollars. Support Made in America. Back companies that honor our families, faith, and country. We found an exciting way to make this switch, and we want you to join us. Check out www.popandswitch.com and click Yes, I Want to Make the Switch. It's that easy. It's time to walk away from corporations like BlackRock and Vanguard that undermine our principles. Let's invest in America. Let's support businesses that share our love for this country. You don't have to take on everything at once, but you can start here. Join us in making this one small yet powerful step. Visit www.popandswitch.com. Click the link and schedule a call with our team to learn how you can make the switch. Together, we can create real change.
What's up, guys? This is Giovanni, co-founder of Metro Conservative Media. We are the definitive home for the urban conservative. You think you got what it takes? Go to metroconservativemedia.com and click Join the Movement now.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. People tried to talk about the mental acuity of Joe Biden, and as someone who was able to interact with him, I never questioned his mental acuity. But come on now. Come on, like, you are crashing the economy. We are talking about record crashing of the stock market. We are talking about, you just mentioned it, the amount of people that he has fired. We are talking about people complaining and saying there is nothing at the ports. Right. We are talking about CEOs coming in and sitting down with you and saying that these shelves are going to be as bare as they were during the pandemic. Like, no, everything is a problem, not to mention Signalgate. And now you've got one of your, appointees stepping down because somebody was going to have to take the blame. Right. Now, I think it's the guy that needs, it's the guy that says he wants to have his makeup room that needs to go somewhere, because at least Mike Walls has some kind of experience within government. Yeah. Unlike Pete Hegseth, yeah. But honestly, get rid of the entire cabinet. We need to start over because everything is messed up, from their HHS secretary. I know you're probably trying to move on to something else, but I'm just saying, I could go on for days.
Oh my gosh. Are we going to take her word for it? We should believe you about Biden's mental acuity. You can't even buy a good wig. Girl, go on. Shelly, what are your thoughts about her?
Here she goes again. Someone called her. I hadn't heard this one yet. They called her jackass crock shit. I hadn't heard that one yet. Someone put that in the chat. That's a good one. Here we go again with Jasmine spewing foolishness. Okay, let's go. Let's talk. Just today, the stock market deal was up over 500 points. Okay, just today, the U.S. the labor unemployment is staying steady at 4.2%. The job market jobs were up 177K over the 130,000 prediction that economists made. Not to mention the last, I think, 2 months, the job market has been up. So what is she talking about? Yes, some groceries have come down. Some are staying pretty stagnant right now, but that's not just because of the tariffs. No, it's normally supply and demand. And so some things are going to take a little bit longer to catch up. Again, gas has come down. What is she talking about? No, we're not getting rid of the whole cabinet. We're staying. We won. We're here. We have the White House. We have the House. We have the Senate. And guess what? DOGE is coming through, Jasmine. You better hold on to your eyelashes because they just might get cut too.
On fire. On
Yes.
fire.
Oh my
Shelley.
God.
On fire. Girl,
Yeah.
you let these shoulders out and just let it all come. Just let it all out. My goodness. Shelley's absolutely right. Jasmine Crockett, she's not a purveyor of, intelligence and other people, especially Joe Biden. She talks about she spent some time around him, likely at an event somewhere where he was likely doped up. And they were doing what they needed to do to zhuzh him up and show him to the American public. But the people closest to him are now writing books and coming out. So what she's saying is the people who were closest to him are not being honest. Is that what she's saying? The guy who just got the award at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, that was a lie? Is that what we're talking about? I get it. I get it 100%. These tariffs are hitting her pretty hard. I get it. Because the eyelashes and the wigs, honey, all that's from China. All of that Chinese stuff, I'm sure, is tearing her pocket up. But with all of that said, she can't tell me Joe Biden was right, clear thinking, running circles around his staff, when his staff is now saying there was a major problem with him. That talking point is old and stale. And I noticed she was reading it from her cell phone, and that was the talking points her staff put together for her. But there are so many other things that she could have talked about. What she could have talked about is what's happening culture-wise, how the culture, young men are no longer toxic for acting like young men, right? And what the Democrats are going to do to stop being so woman heavy and kind of right their ship. What are they going to do? Because they got one young Dem, David Hogg, who's out here saying he's going to primary a bunch of old Democrats because they got to go.
Right.
That's a talking point for you, Jasmine Ratchet. I see you, Mark. Talking stuff, fam. I agree. And the names in the chat for Jasmine Crockett have me cracking up. You guys are the best chat on YouTube. Far away. Jasmine Crock full of
Yeah. Because she is. And she's a disgrace. She is a disgrace. Wow. What a sad batch of women the Democrats have put forward to represent their party. It's sad. It's very sad. I want to acknowledge our super chatters here. Democrats, do better. Do better.
No,
Mark Slater.
Don't do exactly what they're doing.
I agree. I agree with you all, but it is healthy to have an opposition party that is at least somewhat up to the task. Because, God forbid, they may get back in office. So you at least want a party that is somewhat up to the task. At least they love America. These people are anti-American.
Yeah, they are
anti-American. So it's sad.
Yeah.
It really is.
I mean, it's sad, but let them keep acting like the asses that they are. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. All right, folks. Let me see here. We got Mark Slater with the $5 super says Jasmine Ratchet. Yes, she is. Roberto, Jack.
That's right, Roberto.
Wow.
They are going in on this chat. Oh my gosh.
Tijuana Border Jumper with a $10 super chat says, please do cringe alerts before showing this nut job. Love you, ladies. Hi, Nicole.
Hey, Tijuana.
Mark with the $20 super chat says, Cash App or Super Chat, which goes to you all and not big corporate? The Cash Apps. The Cash Apps do go directly to us. Yes, but we appreciate you guys.
Thank you
we
all.
appreciate
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you, Trace.
All right,
Thank you, Trace.
Yes, because you queens are the best with the $20 super
Oh,
chat.
you're the best queen. Come on now. We miss you when you're not around, right?
Yes. Torres says, what a jackass. Yes. Yes. The Scrapping Beauty with the $5 super chat says, the young are quiet for now, but engaged.
Absolutely.
They vote. They are embracing traditional roles more than ever. Yes. It is hope. It is. It's hope. It's light at the end of the tunnel. Certainly. So yeah, I agree with all of you. And you guys brought up some really good points. I mean, the comparison between just within the first 100 days of President Trump and the full 4 years of Biden is stunning. I mean, President Trump is on a roll, and nobody's talking about gas now. You know, gas is down exponentially. So, you know, the national average price for a gallon of regular gas stands at $3.18, reflecting a decrease of nearly 50 cents compared to the same period last year. Again, and it's all due to President Trump's policies. He came right in, permitting reform and deregulation, realignment of OPEC, you know, the strategic oil strategy. I mean, the list goes on, and we're seeing the results of all of this. The gas prices are falling. You know, this is what America First energy policy looks like.
Exactly.
And there, I look, and again, we talked about last week. What are we looking forward to? It looks like our Congress, and of course, with President Trump's guidance, if you will, input. They look like they are gearing up to make these tax cuts permanent.
Thank God.
They better come through. They better come through.
They better. It looks like I think they said it should be done in June or July. The bill, the big beautiful bill. Yeah. So, guys, we got to keep the pressure on every representative, and hopefully they pass this bill prayerfully. We have another super chatter here. Thank you all so much. All right, S&M. Thank you.
SRM.
SRM. Yes. With the $20 super chat.
Thank you so much.
You ladies are great. Yes, thank you. Oh, folks, so we have an event coming up here in Maryland. It's our second annual Informed Voter Power Series. So this is going to be on Saturday, May 31st at 2 p.m. right at BWI Airport's Fairfield Inn. And so we're going to have it there. And this one is focused on the young, the youth. So it's going to be free admission, but you must register. We haven't put up the Eventbrite yet, but stay tuned for that. But this is a series we did last year. It's coming back, but this one is going to be geared towards and focused on the youth. So we're talking about high schoolers and college age kids, or young adults, I should say, where we're going to have subject matter experts are going to talk about different issues, policy, economic, cultural issues that will shape your future and your vote. So this is where we have to really get involved, folks. The Democrats are in high schools. They're pushing Black girls vote. It's very leftist. Planned Parenthood is in many high schools and on college campuses. We have to fight back and provide the opposition and the truth. So we'll have more information about that to come. All right, Roberto with the $20. Yes. Says, you ladies are amazing and sometimes funny as fuck. Yeah, I listen to you guys and makes my afternoon better after a hard day of work.
Thank you,
Roberto.
Thank you so much.
That's what we aim to do. So thank you so much. Eres Tree with the $20 super chat Says Jasmine Crockett is a prime example of the saying, "This is your brain on drugs."
Oh
and
my
the drug she's on is called TDS. Yep.
Yes,
absolutely.
Gotta give it to her though. She shares that drug with her fellow demon rats, I should say. Yeah.
Oh
You're
my
right.
gosh.
yeah.
We should make a
Thank you
list
so
of all
much.
the Jasmine Crockett names. I'm telling you, they were killing her in this chat, lighting her up.
Yes.
Yeah, lighten her
Oh my
up.
goodness.
Absolutely. Well, we got to keep this going. So I want to switch gears a little bit and focus on a little some actual positive news. Talking about we were talking about what Trump's accomplished, and one of his major accomplishments within this last 100 days has been DOGE. And so now actually the left is acknowledging that. Take a look at this. This is a clip from CNN actually talking about DOGE's success. Clip 4.
Musk is claiming $160 billion in estimated savings, obviously with a lot of cuts, but that is way less than was promised. Rob, is it considered a success?
So far, yes, I would say. I mean, remember, DOGE's work isn't going to be completed until July 4th of 2026. We're only 100 days in. So comparatively, when you go back decades and look at the failure of anyone, whether it be in the presidential administration or Congress, to reduce the size of government, you have to go back to, what, Bill Clinton and Newt Gingrich when they had a balanced budget? I'd say yes.
So to you, it was like a necessary fire starter.
Absolutely.
Okay, I want to talk about how Elon Musk thinks of himself. This is from the Washington Post. Asked who would lead it when he fades, he demurred, "Is Buddha needed for Buddhism? Was not stronger after he passed away."
I just want to sit with that for a moment.
Yeah, let's hold space for that.
Let's hold space for that. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, that aside, I think in response to what you were saying, is it a success? If you consider slashing and burning the federal government with very little oversight and no sense of what comes after that, what is necessary or unnecessary, then perhaps it is a success. If you actually think that what was necessary is perhaps a scalpel and not a machete, or in his case, what was it that he was holding up? The chainsaw.
Yeah.
Then perhaps not. I mean, there is no question that what Elon Musk managed to do, no one thought he was going to be able to do. I remember talking about this before the administration came in, and
you mean just the number, the
no,
target,
just
or just the whole way?
That everyone had tried this, that his role, that he was going to get bogged down, that it was just never going to, that all the sort of red tape of and bureaucracy of the government wasn't actually going to be able to be cut. And of course he's managed to go through that.
Okay.
Hilarious.
So these women, sometimes are just annoying. Of course we think it was a success. After we heard about some of the things that these millions of dollars they were giving away on nonsense, of course it was a success. Nicole, what are your thoughts on that, on exchange?
Well, wait a minute, KJ. Let's just hold space for that, right? The damn Democrats speak. I'm going to tell you, they do some of the most inventive things with language. I don't know who's on their language team, but that person needs a raise. It seems like every other week they're coming out with some new kind of liberal speak that kind of blows your hair back. But here's the fact. DOGE did an amazing job. DOGE is doing an amazing job. And of course, they didn't expect it to work. They thought the administrative state was big enough, strong enough to fend Elon and his team off. What they didn't expect is Elon and his merry band of computer weirdos to come in and do what nobody thought was possible, and that was to bring our federal workforce to heel. And it's not inhumane, and it wasn't angry, and it wasn't about politics. It was simply about lowering how many jobs we have to support with our tax dollars. It's not fair to expect the government to grow exponentially when they don't produce anything, they don't make anything. They work on our money. So we had to do something. American taxpayers can't take too much more of this. We really can't. So DOGE did its job, still doing their job. And I think truly they should start a full department. I'm not a big government kind of girl, but this is a department that I think that we need. What we can do is we could throw the IRS out and open DOGE. I'm pretty good with that. I'm pretty good.
Absolutely. Shelley, what are your thoughts?
Look, slash and burn has been a technique that has worked for centuries, okay? And because slash and burn takes out the weeds and the forestry that's going to suck the life out of the other areas where you can thrive and grow. So you do. Slash and burn is this sort of this balancing act, if you will. It has worked. What hasn't worked, what the left has done, like they overforested the California wildfire, and that the wildfires just run haywire, and look what they destroyed. So no, slash and burn has been a tried and true method, all universal, if you will, for centuries. So I don't know what she's talking about. Yeah, but now we need chainsaws. You know why? Because we got big wooden or big trees and big branches that just keep growing and overgrowing, and they need to be cut down in the form of waste, fraud, and abuse from all the government spending, excess, all the stuff that's using taxpayers' money for their own advantage and their own flourishing and whatever they're spending it on. Slash it, burn it, get it out. DOGE the hell out of it. Every damn organization, every administration, every alphabet letter soup represented. DOGE, slash, and burn. Let's go. Bring the chainsaw, Elon. Bring some more.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I want to acknowledge our super chatters tonight, folks. Thank you all so much. Chadwick with the $5 super chat says Sam's Club 7.5 large dozen eggs went from $29.24 to $16.47 in a week here in Maryland. Trump doing something right. All right. Well, there you have it. Yeah. I mean, we see it. We see it. And this is why I think it was CNN who came out with a poll where they asked people whether or not they would have voted for President Trump or Kamala now, and they said President Trump. Yes. I mean, Van Jones was just on; he was getting his mind blown because he was asking, I think it was Black voters, if they regretted voting for President Trump, and they said no. So. Yeah, it's on. Yes, we have another super chatter here. Yes, Jessica says Dems equal devil spawns. They're like asteroids. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we have another super chatter. Tijuana Border Jumper. The $20 super chat says, kudos to Shelly. That was a great speech. You know, Shelly delivers. Shelly delivers better than Amazon. Okay, she delivers.
I don't have not that good yet.
Yes, indeed. And we gotta announce another Cash App we just got from Mark Slater with a $20 Cash App.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you. All right. Yes, that's our Cash App, folks. If you want to get it directly to us, you can Cash App us, and anything is appreciated. We thank you all so much. All right. So speaking of the DOGE team, they were actually interviewed by Fox News this week. So they uncovered the actual people who have been behind the successes of exposing this waste, this fraud, and getting the money back to American citizens. Take a look at this. This is clip 5.
Big balls. It's big. That should be obvious. Why do they call you Big Balls?
I just said it as my LinkedIn username.
Okay.
Well, people on LinkedIn take themselves like super seriously, and they're pretty adverse to risk. And I was like, well, I want to be neither of those things. So I said it, and honestly, I didn't even think anyone would notice.
Yeah. So what do you LinkedIn do? Is so cringe. What does Big Balls do?
Right now, I'm working on some payment computer stuff. So one of our initiatives is to root out fraud and waste. And to do that, we started looking at the payment computers. And as mentioned earlier, like there is no accounting of what payments actually go to in the payment computer. So like you look at a specific line item, like $20 million, and you're like, okay, well, what is this money going to? And for the majority of payment systems, it's like, well, we don't really know. And
yeah, like, what? That would be the response.
Is this the most basic responses?
Yeah. That's the most common response.
what do you say when people just say, I don't know?
Well, it's a huge cause for concern because like the upstream thing, which is distributing the money, literally has no checks and no accountability to the actual American taxpayer. So it's a huge vector for fraud, waste, and abuse.
Do these people not respect taxpayer money?
I mean, there's no incentive to if you work in the government. I think the incentives will always decide the outcomes.
Yes.
All right. So first, I want to say these are just young people, young intellectuals who want to help the government, help our nation. They want to, be instrumental in uncovering and exposing this waste and fraud. Nicole, what do you think about that exchange? I didn't realize they were so young.
Well, I knew that they were very young, and I also know that they're very patriotic, and they kind of want to serve their country in a way that they can. I mean, some young men are good at the GI Joe thing and going into the military and training up, and then there are other young men who not necessarily want to be that physical, but can use their mind to help protect and advance their nation. And that's what that group looks like. That group looks like if we wanted to hack somebody, we would call up Big Balls and be like, hey, can you break into this computer, that computer for me? And he's got you. I love that they had this conversation and showed how young these young men are and how patriotic they are. So it's hard to say that Big Balls was an imaginary guy, because Democrats said that for a while. And then they were saying that, he was hateful and spiteful. And you look at this kid and he's got this baby face and he's talking about, I just want to serve my country and I want there to be checks and balances. And that sounds so good to people who actually have to write the IRS a check, right? I want my money to be spent as wisely, if not more wisely, than I would have spent it. You at least owe us that. And that's what these boys are doing, or these young men are doing.
Absolutely. I want to acknowledge our super chatters here, folks. Thank you so much. The Scrapping Beauty, she's with a $5 super chat. Says it's sad that we have to decide between being patriotic and hateful. Yeah. Just support your country, basic.
Absolutely.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Absolutely.
Wholeheartedly agree. We received another Cash App from Deborah Cobble with a $10 Cash App.
Thank you, Deborah.
Thank you.
Yes, she says for support for all you do to bring truth to news. Truth in news. So thank you.
Very nice. Thank
you so much. And then we got another Cash App from Latrice Taylor with the $10 super chat.
Thank you.
This is Trey. This is Trey giving for the wonderful cause. Thank you.
Thank you,
Trey. Trey's chocolate. Yep. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, you all. We really appreciate you. My goodness, you don't know how much this helps. Thank you. That's we can't say it enough. Thank you.
Yeah, we're going up against some heavy hitters, and when Don Lemon and what's the new one, Joyless Reed, when they make their move, when you see these very big Democrat names make their move to YouTube, they're not starting like us. They're not starting small. They're starting with $1 million worth of production, lights, cameras, this, that, the third. All of this stuff that you guys see, our cameras we bought. It's it didn't fall out the sky. There's no conservative group that came to my house and set it up. I was sitting here talking to our production going, can you see me yet? Do I look okay? I mean, we do this out of the goodness of our hearts and out of our own pockets, because we want there to be conservative voices in this space, and conservative voices that look like us, that sound like us, that talk about issues, to laugh, giggle, and cut up when we need to, but be very serious when we need to be. And your donations help us do that. So thank you very much for helping. We really do appreciate it. We know how hard it is to earn money. So when you donate it to us, please understand that we appreciate every single dollar.
Yes, we do. Yes, indeed. I want to get this next clip on, and I'll get your response on this, Shelley. This is another part of the DOGE team talking about the hate that they received. This is clip 6.
I think the young folks of us have gotten email threats from reporters and the public alike. I think, speaking for myself, I dropped out of Harvard and came here to serve my country. And it's been unfortunate to see, lost friendships. Most of campus hates me now. But I think fundamentally, I hope people realize through conversations like this that reform is genuinely needed. And if there's one, I think this is important to say, if there's one group of people who really have a shot of success, it's the people here. They're up until 2 a.m. Monday through Sunday. DOGE does not recognize weekends. We're working all the time.
What inspired you to drop out of Harvard to do this?
There's a lot of reform that's needed. I think the value of this and the impact here is so much more vast than anything you could learn in a classroom doing computer science.
And you guys are sleeping here, I'm hearing. You guys are up all night. You have this meeting at 10 o'clock every Wednesday?
We'll probably go back to work right after this.
Yeah.
You're going back to work after this?
Yes.
Right.
It's almost 11 o'clock.
So that's early.
It's early? Can I go to bed? It's an incredible work ethic. You guys should be really, really proud of yourself.
Wow. Shelley, that's awesome. These are young people. I mean, the media, after seeing this, should feel like crap for the hard time that they gave this committee. What are your thoughts there?
They're not going to feel that way. Don't even hold your breath. This is so inspiring. You know what? And I wouldn't even necessarily call them intellectual. I'm not saying that they're dumb. That's not what I'm saying. I think when I think of intellectual, I think of these people sitting in the Harvard Ivy Towers, looking down on people, being snobs. These young people here are literally taking their information, their knowledge, their education, if you will, and they are making it relevant and practical for and to the American people. That's it. Common sense. The same thing that 99% of Americans across the country do, in their homes. They sit down, they have to, balance their checkbooks and see how much money they have at the end of the month, prepare for the next month. These young people are just showing us, you know what? Yes, it should be that simple. This is your money. This is your effort. This is your country. And our government, represented by whomever, they have largely been wasting it and saying, screw you owe us. And another thing I thought about when I saw this, it made me want to ask, why America, all of you out there on our viewers, why are we still paying taxes? I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that the quote unquote legal answer would be, it's compulsory and things like that. But under the threat of fines and imprisonment or both, we still scramble every April 15th to go and give our hard-earned time, money, whatever, to this government that wastes it. They waste it more than it benefits us. And again, I keep saying there is a place for limited government. There's a place for, the defense of the nation and our states and cities, like that. But there's not too many things beyond that we need government to do. What we see it doing most of the time is wasting our efforts, wasting our money, wasting our resources. And again, saying you have to give us more. And then you have to show us every year how you spent your own damn hard-earned money. And they don't even want to open up the books to let us see where it goes.
Exactly.
We need to, if there's any movement that I will help you start it, join it. If anybody's willing, I'm willing to be one of the people to say, hell no, I'm not paying taxes anymore. And I will stand on the Congress steps and show my face. We're not doing it. We are tired of doing it. We're sick of it. You have abused it too much. You abused it beyond enough. We are saying no more.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep.
Well, what were you saying, Nicole?
Well, I was saying, yep, to Shelley, but one of the things I wanted to talk about, when you looked at the young men who were sitting at that table, two things that you will notice, lapel pins, the American flag lapel pins. Go look at Jasmine Crockett. She didn't have one. Sitting member of Congress didn't have one. And the second thing, boy, were there some haircuts in that room. I'm telling you what, this boy's hair was all over the place. But I love that they all have their own little sense of style and personality, and they're gung-ho and wanting to do the work and so excited to participate. And while it may sound crazy dropping out of Harvard to come work at DOGE, if I were a computer scientist and I had an opportunity to work with Elon Musk, I'd drop out too. You know, doggone well, Elon's going to take care of these boys. These young men are going to have very bright futures, and I would not be surprised to see a few of those names on ballots eventually.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, Nicole. I totally agree. And like you all said, it's inspiring. It's really inspiring to see. It gives me hope for the country, that these young people are taking such a strong stand, putting aside their Ivy League education and really active in helping the country. So amen. That I love it. I love it. I want to acknowledge our super chatters here. All right, folks, thank you so much. Let's see here. We have
yummy.
Who do we have here? Okay.
We have Bar.
Bar. Yes, Bar. We have with the $5 super chat. Says the commitment of these young men of DOGE brought tears of joy to my heart. God bless them. Thank you, Elon. Absolutely.
Amen.
And
Amen.
folks, anybody, I know we always have some great viewers. If you have any way of you're in contact with any of these young men, even Elon Musk, we would love to get one of them on the show, one of the DOGE members, one of the young guys, and just tell them we're supporting you. Even though it may seem sometimes that there are some in America that are against them, we're supporting them 110%. So if you guys have a way to connect us, please do.
Yeah. And one thing that I liked about this too as well, I'm sorry, I think they were all guys there, all men there. I mean, that was inspiring right there. Just the men there, I guess I'm going to say taking charge, if you will, talking about accountability. They're doing the work. They're practical, real life skills, and they are making it better for the country. They're kind of in a sense, they're on the front line, if you will. I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. We also have another super chat here, Sick Led, with the $10 super chat.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. And we just got another cash app from Alana, $50.
Let's go. That is so amazing. Thank you guys so much. Angie Ponders in the chat. She's got it right. Men doing man stuff. Do you remember the all-out assault on manhood? And if you were a man, you toxic masculinity, this and a third. Man, look what happens when you just take your hands off of them and let them do man stuff. This is absolutely amazing. And it should be a cautionary tale for Democrats, because we didn't say, all right, well, we need a transgender, a reverse transgender, the first transgender, 3 Black women, 2 Asian women, and a partridge in a pear tree to make this committee work. Can we just go based on merit, on people who can do the job, who happily want to do the job? Wednesday night at 10 p.m. and all night long, and they sleep at the place so they could get their work done? Are you serious?
I know.
That's amazing.
It is. And another amazing person is Mark Slater.
Yes.
Mark Slater with a $10 super chat says, I have officially blown my weekly pop and politics budget in one night.
Thank you, Mark.
You're so amazing. Thank you so much, Mark.
Absolutely.
So much.
Thank you, Mark.
Well, guys, we kind of opened up the show with 2 of the worst women in the country, Jasmine Crockett and Kamala Harris. Want to close it out with 2 of the better ones. All right. So this week, I think it may have been yesterday, Megyn Kelly interviewed Tulsi Gabbard, and it was an incredible interview. And this was one of my favorite moments of the interview, talking about Hillary Clinton. Take a look at this. This is clip 7.
I saw recently President Trump withdrew Hillary Clinton's security clearance, which you had to do. Yes. I mean, that must have been a little fun. Right? Oh, just a little fun. I smiled. Of course you did. You're only human. Yeah, I am. So yeah, that's over for her.
Wasn't that cute? you. Now, turnabout is fair play, is it not?
Without question.
Megan is becoming the payback queen. She loves it.
Yeah.
Megan
was
had a
well
petty streak.
deserved.
She definitely got a new petty streak, and I'm loving it. I'm loving every single minute of it.
She really does.
It makes for good shows. It really does.
Absolutely. And of all the people to remove Hillary Clinton's security clearance when Hillary was out there lying on Tulsi Gabbard and removed her, called her an enemy of the state, and she removed. Didn't she do something to Tulsi also?
Yeah.
They took her off. They put her on the I think was the no
fly,
the TSA list. Yeah, the TSA list was something.
She couldn't. I think. Oh my gosh, she did like 3 or 4 things to her, and then they started saying that she was a Russian bot. You know, she's a Russian spy, and this, and the third. And anything they can do to take any kind of conservative woman down a peg, they do. They talk about all kind of weirdness when it came to Tulsi. I think she's doing a good job.
Absolutely. And also in that interview, they talked about Megan was saying she would be a great candidate for the first female president. And she would. I mean, totally different than Kamala Harris. No comparison. One, she is actually up for the job. But
she can speak in whole sentences. Yeah.
Exactly.
That whole
exactly.
thing.
But this is why the left lie and misinform on conservatives, because they're not up for the task and they know it. They know they cannot do many of these jobs on their merit. And so what do? They try to lie and push propaganda to dissuade the public from supporting conservatives. But thank God that Americans are smarter than that, and it's not working. So, and again, it's important for broadcasts like ours to continue to get the truth out. Mm-hmm. So, want to acknowledge our super chatters here, Roberto Hernandez. $10 super chat says everyone is giving money. Might as well take my breakfast money for tomorrow.
Roberto. Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Roberta. That's so sweet.
I'll get you some bacon and eggs and toast and coffee. when we all get together, you'll have a good breakfast.
Yes, indeed. I'm making cheddar biscuits tomorrow morning, homemade. So
I'm making a drive to Bel Air. That's what I'm doing. I'm making a drive to Bel Air is what I'm doing.
All right. Trey's Chocolate says, because you queens deserve it all. With the
Thank
$5.
you, Trey. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We also have, did I get them all?
Yeah, we got C. Jones.
C. Jones. Okay. Yes, with a $10 super chat says, I enjoy watching and listening to y'all. Keep bringing the real. 100.
Thank you. That is so kind.
Terry Moreno. Thank you.
Yes, with a $20 super sticker. Thank you. Thank you.
So cool. Thank you guys so much.
Indeed. Let me see here. All right, folks. And to the moderators. Oh, my goodness. We are up over 500 likes, I believe, last I checked tonight. You guys are amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing. We got Coaster, the S-Files. Let me see here. Chadwick.
Scrapping Beauty.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I think Angie was here. We had Angie here. We had Allie here. Yeah. Mark has another super chat here. Thank you, Mark. Again.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes, Mark says Roberto isn't going to. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. Oh, Terry said this was the first live. So thank you, Terry, for that donation too. So thank you.
Terry.
Thank you.
There was another person that was their first live too. I think it was Carmen Rivera. She watches the replay, but this is her first live. Welcome, Carmen.
Thank you.
And we got to shout out Coaster. I mean, Coaster
doing the thing. He's doing
the thing. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
Kimmy Prince as well. I think she finally caught a whole live. Thank you, Kimmy, for tuning in.
Tijuana was there tonight too. Thank you, Tijuana, for the jumper.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Friday night. It was great spending our weekend or jumping off the weekend with everybody. And our members, thank you all. Our Freedom Seeker Club, for all those that are a part of Freedom Seekers. Thank you so much. That's a great way to support as well. We really appreciate you all. We really do.
Yeah,
So that does it for us tonight. Guys, you got to check out Just the Guys podcast tomorrow. Tomorrow at 6:30, they'll be live on YouTube. They're on the channel at Just the Guys podcast. Folks, they are almost at 1,000 subs. Please go over and subscribe to Just the Guys podcast. It's a great way to support the Metro Conservative Media. They're our brother channel. They also provide really good content, conservative content from a male's perspective. That is at Just the Guys podcast. Help them reach over 1,000 subs. They're amazing, amazing. All right. Wow. And we also have me on Sunday. I'll be back on at KJ Christian Conservative. Again, conservative content from a biblical perspective. You guys helped me reach over 2,000 subs yesterday. I really appreciate that, folks. Thank you all so much. We have fun over on Christian Conservative as well. The chat is always live. So find me on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. And then we have All American Talk, another great channel. They are live on Tuesdays at 6:30. You can find them at All American Talk. Great channel of conservatives. You guys, we got it all here. So thank you all so
we got 3 more supers.
Trey's Chocolate City. Not going to outside me either with the $10 super chat.
That's right, Trey. And we have one from Taurus Prince. Thank you.
Yes, $5 super chat says Kamala is like that toothache. They won't go away. I know. Oh my gosh.
And we got Roberto.
I wouldn't even say a toothache. She's like halitosis. She lingers. She's
like a hemorrhoid.
Yeah.
No, she's like herpes. Every time you think you get rid of that, pop right back up. She's more like the herp. She's more like the herp.
Yeah. That's right on. That's right on.
Roberto, thank you, Roberto.
Oh my gosh.
I guess I'm eating Lunchables tonight. Oh no. Thank you. Thank you,
Roberto.
Thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you guys so much. This is so amazing. What a great Friday.
Oh, yes.
Mark. Mark is back.
Roberto isn't going to out chat me.
Thank you all so much.
Wow. Man, you guys are the best. You are
Friday
amazing.
nights are so live. Friday nights are so live.
Thank you. Mark said you're not going to out chat me. Mark is the king, though. Mark.
Well, wait a minute, but Roberto was like, hold on, I eat Lunchables, right?
Yeah, and Roberto.
We'll be back on Monday, right? We're back on Monday.
Yes, we will be back. Monday. Yes, thank you, Shelly. We will be back on Monday. On Monday at 9 p.m., we're going to be back. Bringing you guys what happened over the weekend, and of course, what happens on Monday. So we will be back. Mark Slater with the $5. He said, "Roberto, know your place."
Oh my gosh!
Then Trace threw her hat in there.
Trace is back.
Trace, she's not letting y'all know. She's saying, not to be outdone.
I know that's right.
Super chat, Trace, Chocolate City. Oh my gosh.
Hilarious.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. You guys are so kind.
Thank you
for your generosity.
Oh, Taurus,
thank you. No, we said it. Thank you. But thank you anyway.
We got you, Taurus.
Thank you so much.
We'll say it again. Thank you, Taurus.
Yeah, thank you.
Sure.
We don't want to miss out on leave anybody out. We appreciate everybody, everyone. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. All right.
More Slater. Oh my gosh.
What? Oh my God.
Like, play with me. Look.
Mike with the $50 super chat.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
Mark Slater. Mark with the $50 super chat. Oh my God.
My gosh. Thank you so much, Mark.
Mark is not playing. Mark is not playing, you guys.
Thank
This
you
is
so
the
much.
Mark Slater show. This is the Mark
Oh my
Slater show.
God.
No more popping politics.
This was a
Wow,
good Friday, a
thank
fun
you.
Friday.
Yes, it is.
definitely
Wow,
a
what
fun
a way!
Friday.
What a way to start the weekend.
Yeah,
For
thank
sure.
you, guys. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Yes,
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. You're so kind. Your generosity goes a long, long way with us. Thank you so much.
Yes, it does. It does.
Oh
my God. Wait a minute. Trey said, "Oh, not so fast. Not so fast." Come on, Trey.
$100 super. Oh
Thank
my
you,
God.
Trey.
We got
another
you
from
guys gonna make me
Roberto.
cry. Oh my.
We got another from
Thank you so much.
Trey. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Roberto,
Roberto's with the $20. Something hostility. I didn't know this was a progressive. Oh, you got, I gotta turn my fan on.
Erase Tree, thank you.
Erase Tree said, "Don't play with me." The cheddar.
Yes, $10 going once, going twice. The cheddar biscuits got to me.
Oh my gosh, Mark.
Oh yeah, I'm getting up early making my
Mark
cheddar.
Slater.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
you guys are showing off. Oh my God.
This is wow. $100.
My goodness.
Oh,
Tijuana. Oh my God.
Tijuana came out of nowhere.
Oh my gosh, Tijuana.
Oh my gosh. Roberto.
Oh my God. Look at God. Look at God. Oh my.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh.
Thank you. Oh my
$200.
Oh my God. You guys are so generous. This
Thank
is
you
so amazing.
This
Thank you
is
so
really.
much.
Thank you. Thank you.
I feel so humbled.
Thank you all.
Oh my God.
Humbled is I don't even know what to say.
I know. Thank you doesn't seem like it's enough, but yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness.
You guys don't
Thank
know
you
how much
all
this means for us.
so
Thank you.
much. Yes. And Trey is a good woman. The guys are showing up. I mean, we have no words.
Oh God, be crying real tears.
I know.
You guys don't know.
I know. This is we are overwhelmed. We are so overwhelmed. We do this, day in and day out for you guys and to get the truth out and just we love this country. We're building a community. We appreciate you all so much.
Oh
Trey,
my
God. Trey, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys don't realize this is wow. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
we
thank
really
you.
appreciate you guys. This is
my gosh.
You don't realize how much this is a big help. Thank you all so much. Oh,
Wow.
Shelly, I got to get you.
I'm
I
done.
can't believe it.
I'm done. I mean, thank you just doesn't seem enough, but I'm done.
Doesn't seem enough. I'm not a crier. I once slammed my hand in a car and just took my broken fingers to the hospital. But this is it means so much to us because you guys just don't know. You guys have no idea what it takes to do this, right? What it takes to do this, because this is not like our daytime job. This is like our hobby, right? You guys are just showing off. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Allie. Thank you, Allie. Thank you, Steve Jones.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Allie. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Allie, loving the vibe tonight, but my $50 Cash App don't seem likely much now. Love you, ladies. Oh, Allie, no.
Every penny, everything is appreciated.
Everything we are thankful for. We are thankful to you all.
So
Steve Jones, the $10, y'all are very much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate everything. We really do. I mean, you guys just don't know. It was such a blessing. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, Mark. Oh my gosh.
I'm running out of tissue.
Oh my gosh, Mark. Mark, $300. Oh my goodness. Mark, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You guys, I just don't know what to say. Thank you.
I didn't cry all my eyeliner off.
Yes.
I know. Wow. Thank you, Roberto. Thank
Roberto,
you.
thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see y'all Monday.
This is wow. We love you guys. We love you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
What a show. What a show. What a weekend.
Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right. All right.
Good night.